Okay, so today, it's Mr. Rowan of the Wayne County Public Library. We're going to talk about Happy Valentine's Day. So mainly this means love. Power Kids Press is who this is published by, and it is written by Abby Mercer. Okay, so Valentine's Day is a day that celebrates love. This special holiday comes every year on February 14th. On Valentine's Day, people give cards called Valentines to their friends and loved ones, so I'll probably give a Valentine to Heather. We'll probably exchange gifts. Some people also give presents like flowers or candy. True. For adults, Valentine's Day is mostly a celebration of romantic love. Adults generally give Valentines to people with whom they are in love with. Children sometimes send Valentines to the person they have a crush on, but they also give Valentines to their friends and families. Valentine's Day is a great time to show people that you care about them. So let's spread the love this year, because we need it. Mouse's First Valentine by Lauren Thompson, and the pictures are illustrated by Bukit Aragodin, and it's published by Scholastic Incorporated. So Mouse's First Valentine. Early one morning, big sister Minka sneaked into the house. And so did Little Mouse. First, Minka crept high and low and all around till she found something smooth and rosy. What could it be? Wondered Mouse. Wonder what it could be. You guys have any guesses what it could be? Smooth and rosy. Red paper, said Minka. Just what I need. So, we've got red paper. Next, Minka raced over and under and all around till she found something white and holy. What could it be? Wondered Mouse. Lace, said Minka. Just what I need. So we've got the lace, and we've got paper. Now Minka leapt here and there and all around till she found something shiny and curly. What could it be? Wondered Little Mouse. Wonder what it could be. Ribbon. Ribbon, said Minka. Just what I need. So we've got paper, lace, and ribbon. Then Minka peeked inside and outside and all around till she found something sticky and goopy. Wonder what it could be, answered Little Mouse. Oh, paste or glue, said Minka. Just what I need. The mouse watched Minka fold the paper here and brush the paste there. So we've got Little Mouse, and he's watching his big sister do something with the card, and smooth the lace here, and tie the ribbon there. It's ready, said Minka. What is it? Wondered Mouse. Little Mouse called Minka. This Valentine is just for you on Valentine's Day. Because, oh, I love you. So we had Little Mouse got a Valentine's card from his sister, Big Mouse Minka. It was such a cute little story. What do you think, Heather? Was that cute story? Super cute story. Clifford's Valentine's Day by Norman Bridwell, and it's published by Scholastic. Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth. My dog Clifford and I are excited because it's almost time for Valentine's Day. Guess who always gets the biggest Valentine? Probably Clifford. Before Clifford grew up, he was a very small puppy. He had a lot of adventures when he was little. I'll never forget his first Valentine's Day. It all started a few days before the holiday. I was making Valentines for Mommy, Daddy, Grandma, and Grandpa. Clifford wanted to help. I gave him some paper. He had his own way of cutting out hearts.
I think that works.
He's got some sharp teeth. In those days, we used white paste to stick decorations on our Valentines. Clifford liked the smell of the paste, but I didn't see the paste all over his paws. Uh-oh. What a sticky mess. After I had cleaned up my sticky red puppy, we finished the Valentines. Clifford liked the special card I made for Grandma, and it says, "We love you, Emily and Clifford." I wanted to mail it right away. We got ready to take the card to the post office. When we got to the post office, I pulled down the door to the mail chute. Uh-oh. Clifford lost his balance. He disappeared into the dark hole and came out in the basement of the mail room. He sank down under a ton of letters in the cart. The postal workers didn't see him. Poor Clifford. He struggled and struggled trying to get out, but he just kept slipping deeper and deeper. How would we ever find Clifford? Suddenly we heard a sound. The mail was barking. We dug into the letters as fast as we could. Clifford was glad to see us, and we were glad to have him back. On Valentine's Day, I got a lot of cards. I loved the one that Grandma sent. It said, "For my darling granddaughter, happy Valentine," and it's a whole bunch of Cliffords making a heart. But the best Valentine of all was from Clifford. He will always be my favorite Valentine. So I hope y'all enjoyed that little cute story. Our next story that we have for today is, I love this little cat. Here Comes Valentine Cat by Deborah Underwood, and the pictures are by Claudia Rude. And it is published by Dial Books for Young Readers, Penguin Young Readers Group. So here we have Cat. Here comes Valentine Cat. Hey Cat, do you have any Valentine's Day plans? This is a no Valentine's Day zone. Why don't you like Valentine's Day, Cat? Valentine's Day doesn't have to be all mushy. Why don't you make a Valentine for a friend? Your stuffed squid? Yes, I'm sure Squiddy would like a Valentine, but maybe somebody who isn't a stuffed animal. Can you think of anyone to make a Valentine for? Nobody at all? Aw, Cat. Oh my goodness, who is that? Oh, your new neighbor. Have you met him yet? I know he's a dog, but maybe he's a nice dog. Hey, why don't you make Dog a Valentine to welcome him to the neighborhood? Cat, look out! Did Dog throw that? He's thrown lots of bones over the fence. I wonder why. You think he's mean, but you've never even met him. Aren't you jumping to conclusions? Yikes. Cat, what are you up to? You're going to give Dog a Valentine? Oh dear. What does it say? Roses are red, violets are blue. Who's the worst neighbor? I think it's you. Cat! That's not exactly what I had in mind. Violets are blue, roses are red. Stop throwing garbage onto my head. Absolutely not. Oh, wow, he is kind of loud, isn't he? Cat, hey, over here, Cat. What do you have there? You're building a rocket? Why? You can't send Dog to the moon. Cat, do you hear me? Oh, good grief. Whirr. Hey, something landed on top of your rocket. I think Dog wrote him a note back. It's a Valentine. What does it say? Dear Cat, happy Valentine's Day. I hope we can be friends. Dog. P.S. Did you like the ball? It was my favorite. Oh my Cat, it looks like the ball was a... Yep. And I'll bet those bones were... Yep. Gee, Cat, do you think the dog was howling because he's...
Lonely.
lonely? Oh, Cat, it's not too late to be his friend. Poor dog. Another Valentine? What does it say? Roses are red, violets are blue, dogs are annoying. What?
But not you.
Except for you. Cat, you are so full of surprises. Happy Valentine's Day. Aww. They ended up being friends. That's so cute. I hope you enjoyed that story. Our next thing that we're going to do is I can hug. This is going to be how it starts off. It's I can hug. So you're going to wrap your arms around you and you go, I can hug, hug, hug. I can hop, so you can hop up and down. I can hop, hop, hop. I can blow you a kiss, blow you a kiss, blow you a kiss. And I can stop, stop, stop. I can nod my head, yes. And I can shake my head, no. And I can sit down very low. Our next story that we have is Froggy's First Kiss. And it is written by Jonathan London, and the pictures are illustrated by Frank Rominquist. And it is published by Scholastic. Froggy's First Kiss. It was the week before Valentine's Day, and for Froggy, Valentine's Day meant candy, but it also meant love. At school, Froggy's mind wandered. Froggy! Cried his teacher, Miss Witherspoon. What? Kindly pay attention, dear. And that's when he saw the prettiest girl frog in the world, the new girl in class. Her name was Frogolina, and when she smiled at him, his insides got all soft and wiggly, like he'd had caterpillars for breakfast. Froggy! Called his teacher. What? Your eyes should be on your work, dear. It's not polite to stare. Oops, said Froggy. At recess, Frogolina smiled at him through the monkey bars. He was hanging upside down. And when he saw her, he fell smack on his head. Boink. At lunch, Frogolina sat beside him. She smiled and opened her lunchbox. I have a treat for you, Froggy. Close your eyes. And she gave him a big, juicy apple. After lunch, Froggy and Frogolina played tetherball together. Frogolina wound up and socked the ball. And Froggy was so busy gazing into her eyes, the ball hit him in the head. Boink! And it knocked him down. At lunch the next day, Frogolina smiled and opened her lunchbox. I have a goodie for you, Froggy. Close your eyes. And she gave him a cookie-shaped heart. That afternoon, Froggy and his class made Valentines. They cut hearts out of paper, some big, some little, some red, some pink, and on one, just one, Froggy wrote, I love you. He didn't want any of his classmates to see, especially Frogolina, so he worked under his desk. Froggy, called Miss Witherspoon. What? Please work at your seat, dear, and don't make such a mess. When Froggy stood up, he hit his head on his desk. Boink! And everybody laughed, especially Frogolina. At lunch the next day, Frogolina sat beside him again. She smiled and opened her lunchbox. I have a surprise for you, Froggy. Close your eyes. And what do you think she gave him? A big, juicy kiss, mwah, smack on his cheek. Blah! Spluttered Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Froggy grabbed his lunchbox and flopped away. Flop, 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 flop. His tummy felt so weird he couldn't eat his lunch, not even dessert. On the bus ride home after school, everybody teased him, even Max, his best friend. They sang, "Froggy has a girlfriend, Froggy has a girlfriend." "No, I don't," cried Froggy. When the bus stopped, he flopped all the way home. Flop, flop, flop. But his heart felt heavy. Was it love? Was it hunger? Was it his backpack filled with Valentine's cards? "What did you do at school today, Froggy?" asked his mother. "We made Valentines," said Froggy. "Did you make one for someone special?" Froggy turned almost purple and flopped into his room. Flop, 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 flop. But the next morning on Valentine's Day, Froggy served his mother breakfast in bed and said, "Mom, that someone special is you." And he gave his mother the big heart with the "I love you." It's so cute. And his mother gave Froggy a whole bunch of kisses, candy kisses. The end. I hope you like that story. Our next story is Happy Valentine's Day, Curious George. And it is written by N.D. Angelo, and it is illustrated in the style of H.A. Ray by Mary O'Keefe Young, and it is published by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. This is George. He lived with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. It was Valentine's Day. George and his friend invited the neighborhood kids over to celebrate. George was so excited. Oops. Oh, there's the kids. First, George and his friends decorated the house. George loves balloons. How big could his get? Big? Bigger? Pop. Then they decorated cookies. There were 3 colors of icing and many different kinds of sprinkles. The icing looked nice on George's cookie, and it was fun to juggle too. Now what would they do next? Make Valentines, of course. George made a special card for the man with the yellow hat. But, oh, what is this? I wonder what's in the box. That big box was certainly very interesting. Perhaps he could create something with it. George thought and thought. Then George had an idea. He put a bow here, some glitter there, then cut a hole in the top. George was making a fancy box for the Valentines from all of his friends. Everyone began to clean up. Before he knew it, all that hard work made George a sleepy monkey. Soon the man with the yellow hat and the children came looking for George. Now where could he be? All they found was a big box. Where could he be? Until the man lifted the lid off the box, and out popped George. They were all so happy to see him, and the children all cheered, "Happy Valentine's Day, George!" Okay, our next story is Franklin's Valentines, and it is written by Paulette Borges and Brenda Clark, and it is published by Kids Can Press. Franklin could count to 10 and back again. He knew the days of the week, the months of the year, and the holidays in every season. Today was Valentine's Day, and Franklin was counting the Valentines he had made for his friends. He wanted to be sure that he hadn't forgotten anyone. "Hurry up, Franklin," said his mother. "You'll miss the school bus." Franklin rushed to find his hat and mittens and boots. He tossed his Valentines into his bag. "I'm going," called Franklin, and he hurried out the door. At school, Mr. Owl gave the class a Valentine spelling bee and Valentine arithmetic problems, but everyone was too excited about the Valentine's Day party to think about work. Franklin whispered to Bear, "I can't believe we have to wait until after lunch to give out our cards." "I believe that we have to wait until after lunch for the goodies," Bear whispered back. At last, it was time for the party. "You may get your Valentines now," said Mr. Owl. Franklin grabbed his bag and reached inside. He pulled out his hat and he pulled out his mittens. He pulled out a ball and a scrunched up piece of homework, and then he held his bag upside down and shook it. What's wrong? Asked Bear. My Valentines, they're gone, cried Franklin.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. After Franklin looked everywhere, Mr. Owl let him phone home. Franklin waited and waited while his mother searched. I'm so sorry, Franklin, she finally said. I found your Valentines outside in a puddle of slush. The cards are ruined. Franklin tried to blink away tears. He gave the phone to Mr. Owl and ran out of the room. Poor Franklin. Mr. Owl found Franklin in the cloakroom. There you are, Franklin, he said. Your friends are waiting. You can't start the party without you. I don't belong at the party, replied Franklin. I don't have any Valentines to give. I know, said Mr. Owl. Your mother told me what happened, and I told the class. Franklin moaned. Oh, I guess no one's going to give me a Valentine now. Said Mr. Owl. If Bear lost his Valentines, would you decide not to give him a card? I'd never do that, exclaimed Franklin. Bear's my friend. Maybe Bear feels the same way about you, replied Owl. Franklin thought about that. Maybe, he said, and he cheered up a little. Franklin and Mr. Owl went back to the classroom. Franklin watched as his friends delivered their cards. As the pile of Valentines in front of him grew bigger and bigger, Franklin felt sadder and sadder. There were so many, and he had none to give to anyone. He sighed as he opened Bear's card. What's wrong, Franklin? Asked Bear. Don't you like my card? I do, but I feel bad because I don't have one for you, said Franklin. Oh, that's all right, said Bear. I don't need a Valentine to know you're my friend. Franklin smiled. Everyone gathered around as Franklin opened his other cards. Mine's a turtle cutout, said Snail. Mine's a turtle poem, said Goose. And I made up a turtle riddle, said Fox. These are great, exclaimed Franklin. I just wish I had my Valentines for all of you. I just wish we could start eating all these goodies, replied Bear, and everybody laughed. That night, Franklin told his parents about the party. It sounds as if you had some very good friends, said Franklin's father. I sure do, agreed Franklin. Next year, I'm going to give them extra special Valentines. Well, you've got a whole year to get ready, replied his mother. I don't know if I can wait a whole year, said Franklin. The next morning, Franklin's mother found him at his table writing and drawing and cutting and folding. What are you making? She asked. It's a surprise, Franklin answered. His mother smiled. Well, hurry up, you'll miss the bus. But Franklin didn't hurry. He wrapped his artwork carefully and placed the package in his bag. He made sure that all the buckles were done up tight. Then he hugged the bag to his chest and went out the door. As soon as Franklin got to school, he opened his package and gave everyone a card. What are you doing, Franklin? Asked Beaver. Valentine's Day was yesterday. Oh, these cards aren't for Valentine's Day, replied Franklin. They're for Friendship Day, and Friendship Day can be any day that you want it to be. The end. I hope you like that story. Our next little thing we're going to do is I have a little heart. Can you place your hand over your heart? I have a little heart, and it goes thump, 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 thump. It keeps right on beating when I jump, jump, jump. I get a special feeling when I see you. It makes me want to give you a big hug and say, I love you. Okay, our next story is The Very Special Valentine, and the pictures are by Maggie Keene, and it is published by Chronicle LLC Books. I need to find a Valentine, says little Bunny Gray, to give to my friend Rosie on this very special day. Something bright and pretty to show how much I care, a present to remind her of the happy times we share. Is that a shiny bracelet strung with beads of purest gold? Look, says Squirrel Redtail, what a fine sight to behold. Are those glistening diamonds? What a fine gift they would make. Bunny reaches for them, but his paws begin to shake. Look at that trickling water. I see precious stones that gleam. Then swan calls from upon her nest, but are they what they seem? I see shining scarlet rubies sitting neatly in a line. Bunny thinks he's found a gift for Rosie. They'd be just fine. I spy a shower of emeralds, a lovely green cascade. But look up in the sky, calls Fox, and Bunny's soon dismayed. I see gleaming gems of amethyst with dancing purple light. Hoots the little owl wisely, that gift would be just right. Looking up, young gray bunny asks as the whispering trees, what can I give to Rosie to show what she means to me? But the trees don't give an answer, they just rustle in the breeze. I've searched in every corner, but no present can I find, cries Bunny Gray with a great dismay. Says Rosie, never mind. The gift of love within your heart is by far the sweetest kind. Nature is more beautiful than gold or jewels so rare. Each new day is a precious gift for everyone to share. Bunny Gray hugs Rosie to show how much he cares. Then paw and paw they scamper off, the happy bunny pair. It's so cute. So I hope you like that cute little story. So our last story for today is Click Clack Moo, I Love You. It is written by Doreen Cronin and Betsy Lewin. And it is published by a Caitlin Dooley book, Anthem Books for Young Readers. It is Valentine's Day on the farm, but there is work to be done before the big dance. To keep the pigs healthy, Farmer Brown cleans the pig pen. To keep the donkey happy, Farmer Brown stocks the stable. To keep the animals safe from foxes and raccoons, Farmer Brown mends the fence. Little Duck worked hard too. She tied balloons to everything. She hung streamers from everything. She strung sparkling lights between, well, everything. She made hearts out of everything and anything she could find. When Little Duck was finished, there was paint on her face, glitter in her wings, and a valentine for everyone. That evening, Little Duck greeted each guest at the door. The chickens arrived first. Quack, 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 quack. Little Duck handed each little chicken a valentine. The chickens handed her a casserole. The pigs arrived next. Quack, quack, quack. Little Duck handed each pig a valentine. The pigs handed her chips and salsa. The sheep arrived fashionably late. Quack, quack, quack. She handed each sheep a valentine. The sheep headed right for the salsa and chips. The cows had a more formal affair and were out for the evening. Join us for the second annual Divine Bovine Ball. Formal attire, please. When the music came on, the chickens danced with the chickens, the pigs danced with the pigs, the sheep danced with the sheep, and the mice did the hustle. On the other side of the fence, at the top of the hill, a little fox heard the music. She perked up her ears and called, yip, 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 yip. Nobody answered. Before there were streamers in the trees. The little fox climbed down the hill. She called, yip, 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 yip. Nobody answered, but there were balloons to lead the way. Little fox trotted down to the fence. She called, yip, 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 yip. Nobody answered. There was a trail of hearts to follow, so Little Fox dug a hole. Little Fox arrived at the barn. Covered in streamers and glitter, she yelled, click, yip, 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 yip. The chickens stopped dancing, the sheep stopped dancing, the pigs stopped dancing, the mice hustled right out into the hay. I can't read either. Little Fox called again, yip, yip, yip. Little Duck was not scared. She greeted the new guest. Quack, quack, quack. She handed Little Fox her last valentine. Little Fox handed her a valentine right back. Yip, yip, yip. Quack, quack, quack. Duck turned the music up. Yip, quack, yip, quack, yip, quack, quack. The chickens danced with the sheep. The pigs danced with the chickens. And the mice kept right on hustling. Everybody danced with everybody until, oh, the cows came home. And there's Farmer Brown dancing with a donkey. I hope y'all enjoyed that story. So for our craft bag this week, I'm going to show you what you get. You get I Love You 2 pieces, and that's our craft. You get Valentine's Day word search, a Valentine's Day scavenger hunt for kids. You get a Valentine to write to your Valentine, your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, cousins. We have Valentine's word search. You write to your friends. And the I Love You 2 pieces comes with tissue paper. And you're going to take this tissue paper and you're going to place it all over the heart, and then you can give it to your Valentine. And we also have another heart that you can make a Valentine with. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next week for Things That Go. That'll be a super fun craft. Make sure you join.